Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, if you're an Aquarius, you're gonna want to listen up because the week of February 9th is looking like a big one. Let's dive right into what's on the horizon for you.
So the main theme for you this week, it's powerful and it's simple. You are turning a new page. And look, we're not talking about a small tweak here. This is a completely blank slate. And guess what? You're the one holding the pen.
You know, three key symbols really set the stage for your whole week. First, we've got a new page, which points to those fresh starts, especially in your work life. Then there's a basket of fruit, and that's all about a period of abundance and blessings just coming your way. And finally, the snake biting its tail. Now, this one is fascinating. It basically means your enemies are going to bring about their own downfall. You might just get a front row seat to watch them trip over their own feet, so to speak.
All right, let's jump into our first section and see exactly how this all plays out with your job and your money. So, when we talk about changes at work, don't panic. The forecast is super clear that this isn't about being fired or some kind of bad ending. No, this is about something brand new coming into your professional world. Think of it as an addition, not a subtraction. A new path is opening up.
Now, when it comes to your finances, you might notice a few small expenses popping up at the beginning of the week. Don't sweat it. These are just minor things. The key here is to keep your eye on the bigger picture, because these little outgoings are part of a much larger wave of abundance and blessings headed your way.
Okay, so we've covered the practical, material world stuff. Now let's get into your personal and spiritual journey, which has a really interesting rhythm this week.
Your week kind of unfolds like a story. It starts out with some potential for minor arguments or friction. The trick is to just push through it. Don't let little squabbles get you down, because by midweek, bam, you're looking at some unexpected wins and this amazing feeling of moving forward. Then, by the weekend, all that heaviness is gone. You're left with this spiritual lightness that's just perfect for hobbies, romance, flirting, just enjoying yourself.
All right, every forecast has a watch out for this section, right? And this is where we need to pay close attention. Think of these as the guardrails to keep you on the best possible track this week.
So get ready for this. A key moment this week is going to be a moral choice. You'll feel a really strong pull towards some kind of financial or material thing that might not totally align with your values. But think of it less like a trap and more like a test. Just knowing it's coming gives you the power to handle it with grace when it shows up.
Now listen up, because this is probably the single most important piece of advice for you this week. Do not dig in your past. The forecast is incredibly blunt about this. It says looking back is destructive. Your energy has to be pointed forward. So resisting that urge to dwell on what's over and done with isn't just a suggestion, it's an absolute necessity.
And just a quick note on health. Pay a little attention to three specific areas this week. Your breathing, maybe some fatigue in the middle of your back, and your right knee. These aren't alarms, just little whispers from your body to be mindful of.
Okay, so those are the key things to watch out for. Now, let's pull it all together and summarize the major themes, so you have a crystal clear map for the week ahead.
So, let's wrap this up. Career-wise, it's all about embracing that clean slate. Financially, you got to look past the small stuff to see the real abundance coming in. Personally, your whole journey from a little bit of conflict to that wonderful feeling of lightness depends on one thing: letting go of the past. And the challenges? Resisting that material temptation and just listening to your body. That's the game plan.
At the end of the day, that's what this week is all about for you, Aquarius. New beginnings. The forecast has laid out the map for you, the opportunities, the warnings, the whole flow of it. And it all boils down to this one simple but really powerful question. Everything is lining up for a fresh start. So, are you ready to turn the page?